Hey, quarantining students. Today we are going to learn how to multiply fractions by whole numbers. Don't worry about jumping into ClassKick. This is the same presentation that I'm using for my in-class kids. So we're going to jump right into the lesson. This is lesson 2. I can use a number line to multiply a fraction by a whole number. Last week, we multiplied a whole number by a fraction and we drew repeated pictures. This time, we're going to use a number line instead of repeating pictures. So here's our warm-up. Faisal makes $12 an hour. That's important information, how much money he makes. How much does he make in 3 hours of work? Then our directions say to write a multiplication sentence that describes how to find the answer. Well, I'm going to imagine that I am Faisal and I show up for work. If I work 1 hour, I get $12. If I work another hour, I get another $12. And if I work a third hour, I get $12. So one way to get the answer would be to plus those. 12 plus 12 plus 12. Another way of thinking about it is that this is repeat addition. There are 3 repeats. 3 times I can see the number 12. So the multiplication sentence is 3 times $12. So the multiplication sentence represents 3 groups of 12 and not 12 groups of 3 because the $12 got repeated 3 times. You saw it on the last slide. 12, 12, 12. There were 3 12s, so this is a picture of 3 times 12. Now we're going to do it with the number line. So I can see the same information as before. Faisal makes $12 an hour. Down on the bottom of the number line, it says amount of money earned in dollars. At the beginning of the number line is 0. When Faisal shows up for work, Faisal makes $0. Then I see a tick mark right here. That's the first tick mark. That represents 1 hour. If Faisal works 1 hour, he makes $12. Then there's another tick mark. So he makes another 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. So 24 goes right there. Oops. Let's move that. If he works another hour, he should make another $12. That's 36. So I'm going to put that underneath the next tick mark. If I keep this pattern going, try that again. If I keep this pattern going, I'll get a number line that looks like this. And see, here it is, 12, 24, 36. If I keep adding 12, then we'll get all the way to 108, which seems like a lot of money, but it takes a long time to get there. Now I'm going to use this number line to show how much he makes in 3 hours of work. So I'm going to zoom in, all right? I'm going to put Faisal on this number line. Here he is. Here they are. Happy to be at work, Faisal. There we go. We're going to show 3 hours worth of work. Here's 1 hour, 1 jump, 2 hours, 3 hours. This shows 3 hours worth of work, which is $36. And remember, that was the same as the times problem that we did before. All right, so let's try another one. What if he works 7 hours? See that there at the end? 7 hours, right? I'm going to just draw his face this time. Again, Faisal, happy to be working. He can pay for his cell phone. All right, there's Faisal. This time he's going to work 7 hours. Here's 1 hour, 1 jump, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. Wow, it's a long time to work, but now he's got $84. Not too bad. Faisal would make $84. Okay. What about 9 hours? Yes, it is possible to work for 9 hours. Is it fun? Nope. But sometimes we got to pay the bills. All right, so there he is. Still happy, paying off his cell phone, maybe saving for a car. 1, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. All right, so you're starting to see the pattern. The number of jumps is going to represent the number of hours that Faisal is working. In class, kids will be making their own number line. So this is the same problem, and now we want Faisal to work 5 hours. So if you were in class, I'd say, draw a smiley face at the 0. Right? And Faisal is going to work 5 hours, so think about how many jumps that's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Faisal would make $60. Now here's the next step. I'm going to go over to the multiplication sentence. Faisal had jumps over and over and over. Faisal made 5 jumps, so that number goes in front. Faisal made 5 jumps, and each jump was worth $12. At the end of jumping, Faisal made $60. So our times problem is 5 times $12 equals $60. Here comes a 6th grade version. What if it's 6.5 hours of work? All right, so down by Roman numeral number 2, I'm going to write 6 1/2. And I'm going to draw Faisal's face. There's Faisal, still happy to be working, right? He's going to work 6 1/2 hours. So I need 6 whole jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if Faisal didn't work 6 hours, he worked 6.5 hours. So now, at the end of where I've been jumping, I need to put in half a jump. So instead of a $12 jump, this one is a $6 jump because 6 is half of 12. So if I add 6 to 72, I get 78. Faisal has now made $78. He had 6 whole jumps plus a half jump, so that's 6.5. Each full jump is still worth $12. At the end, Faisal has made $78. All right, let's do one more. Faisal still makes $12 an hour. This time he only works 3/4 of an hour. All right, he gets a call that his kid is sick and he has to go home. So I'm going to write 3/4. That's not very much. It's less than a whole. So look at how the number line has changed. There's a really big spread out spot. Right? Here's $12. This is how much you would make in 1 hour. But Faisal only works 3/4 of an hour. So I'm going to take this amount right here. From here to here, this is a whole hour. And I'm going to split it in 4 parts. Ignore that bell. There it's in 2 parts. Here it is. Now it's in 4 parts. So to figure out the numbers that go along the bottom, I'm going to take my 12 and say I took it and split it into 4 parts. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then I'm going to skip count by 3. 3, 6, 9, there's 12. So if Faisal works 3/4 of an hour, this time I'm going to make Faisal be a little bit sadder because he doesn't get to work very long. Sad Faisal has to go home. All right. He's going to work 3 out of those 4. 1, 2, 3. Faisal doesn't make very much money because Faisal didn't work very long. Faisal's going to make, grab a different color here. Faisal's going to make $9 at the end. All right, so let's look at the beginning. This time, he only worked 3/4 of an hour. 3/4 of $12 is what he gets. Right? Equals $9. And this usually trips up kids because we're not used to saying that multiplication gets you a smaller number at the end. Let's look at this. Right? 9. That is smaller than 12. All right? But it does sometimes get us a smaller number because he worked less than a whole hour. If he worked less than a whole, then our answer at the end is going to be smaller.